Let's play a game. You just got punched in the face for about 15 minutes. Your lips split, your ribs bruised, and your adrenaline's still buzzing. You open your phone and there it is. Uncle Dana sent you your first real fight check. What do you buy? A gold chain, a Lambo, maybe a cow and some chickens or some fossils? Well, UFC fighters did all of that, and a whole lot more. Some spent smart, some not so much. Here's how UFC fighters blew, banked, or straight up fumbled their very first UFC paycheck. Be sure to check the last one out since it is wild. Let's start with Sugar Sean O'Malley, because his first check, he spread that thing around like it was peanut butter on toast.
I got a couple watches. I got the Cuban. I got the gold Cuban, this fat one right here.
First stop, a Polaris slingshot. 20 grand on a 3-wheeled Batmobile. Did he know how to drive stick? Nope, he learned on the way home, stalling through intersections like a true champion. Then he dropped 50 grand on Priuses for the family. Not Ferraris, Priuses, because nothing says I made it like 50 miles per gallon. And he just kept spending. Gold Cubans, iced out watches, and a Richard Mille that probably cost more than your house.
I know this thing's heavy as That's all I know. I think this one was 40,000.
And the cars? Oh, the cars kept coming. A pink Lambo, 2 Teslas, and a casual $500,000 on real estate in Arizona. And somewhere in all that chaos, he even bought a cow and 15 chickens.
Bought a little farm. I got 15 chickens, a cow.
And another weirdo who knows how to piece people up while cosplaying as your favorite anime character, Israel Adesanya.
I named it Kurama as well, and that set me back about $500,000.
His first big move? A $500,000 McLaren, custom wrapped in bright orange to match Kurama, the 9-tailed fox from Naruto. Because of course Stylebender turns his dream car into a damn anime character. Before he even parked it, he'd already iced his neck with a $13,000 chain.
So I think it was about 13 grand. I just got this like a week and a bit ago.
Then he doubled down with a $200,000 Royal Oak skeleton and another $500,000 jewelry. Adesanya spent big. Love him or hate him, the man knows how to spend for fun. And then there's Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian nightmare. A killer in the cage, but apparently way too trusting outside of it. His first big spend? Not cars, not chains, a birthday party for his daughter and a white Nissan Maxima. 30 grand gone in a weekend. Family first, always.
I had to go big, so between that and I bought a nice white Nissan Maxima.
Then came the Rolex, 20 grand because when you're fighting for a title, you gotta look like the champ.
Next purchase was a Rolex. I would say all in all, with the tax and everything, the shipping, it was close to about 20,000.
And when the checks got bigger, Usman did what every smart fighter should do. He took care of his team, 200 grand, spread across the coaches who got him there. Sounds responsible, right? It was, until he handed 60 grand to some random investment advisor who ghosted him faster than Colby Covington when security shows up. Usman tightened up a bit after that. Real estate deals, smarter moves, and a Range Rover Velar. And while everyone else was busy flexing, Georges St. Pierre was busy building. His first move? Not a car, not a chain, he cleared his parents' debt. 50 grand gone with zero hesitation.
The first thing I did is to clear all my parents' debt.
Then he bought them 2 Toyotas. Not flashy, just reliable.
That I bought 2 cars for my parents. Japanese car at Toyota.
He grabbed himself a Nissan Xterra, 20 grand because in Montreal, when the snow hits, you don't need speed, you need traction.
I bought myself a car as well, Nissan Xterra.
And while most fighters were chasing designer brands, GSP was chasing knowledge. 200 grand spent flying around the world. Thailand for Muay Thai, Brazil and New York for Jiu-Jitsu, LA for boxing with Freddie Roach.
I spent a lot of money traveling around the world to learn new fighting skills.
And just when you think that's the end, GSP reveals his inner nerd we all love so much. 20 grand on dinosaur fossils, megalodon teeth, T-Rex jaws, the works.
Oh, I'm really into dinosaur fossil. I love paleontology, and I bought
His biggest spend? A $600,000 condo with full renovations. Smart, safe, and fully paid off.
thing that I bought with my first million. It was a condo, $500,000, but I needed to do renovation.
GSP didn't waste his first million trying to look rich. He spent it building a life for himself, for his family, and for future George, the one who might still be digging up dinosaur bones someday. And since we're talking about GOATs, we have to mention Khabib. Since we cannot know how he spent his first UFC paycheck, let us tell you how he spent his first ever fight check. Khabib Nurmagomedov wasn't spending his first check on himself at all. He won the Atrium tournament, pocketed 50,000 rubles, and you know what he did? Bought wrestling gear for his entire gym. Shoes, shorts, whatever his teammates needed. He spent every single ruble on the people who helped him rise.
Here, coach. And I go, what's this? It's $1,000. This is not my money. He goes, no, coach, Khabib. What do you mean, Khabib? Khabib give you everybody $1,000.
He even asked his dad first, will you be mad if I spend it all? Abdulmanap smiled and said, do what you think is right. And that's exactly how legends are made.
People have said to me, what's changed with Khabib with all that power? Has anything changed? And I go, yeah, he got nicer.
What we can tell you is how Andre Lima spent his first paycheck from the UFC. And it is absolutely wild. In his UFC debut, his opponent literally bit his arm mid-fight. Disqualification, win bonus, end of story? Not quite. Lima hit the tattoo shop the next day and tattooed the bite mark on his bicep with the words, I got effing bit bonus. Dana White saw it, laughed, and doubled his bonus to $50,000. What a smart investment. Let us know in the comments how you'd spend your first paycheck if you were a UFC fighter. Any wild guesses what John Jones spent it on? We've got some fun ones coming up next, so don't forget to subscribe.